Hi there, Mike. I'm here with my 423rd Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you a review for The Invincible Volume 6 by Robert Kirkman. And this bind-up collects Invincible's numbers 31 to 35, as well as The Pact number 4, whatever the hell that is. Just looked up. Apparently it's another comic book series with some other superheroes written by some other people, and it's a weird crossover. So the main part of this superhero story is that Mark has returned to Earth from his adventures in space with a surprise extra character. Then there's ramifications of that. His continued relationship with his girlfriend, Amber, but also the fact that fellow superhero Eve has invited him and Amber to go and see her in Africa, and they go there to stay for a little while. And during the course of the story, it becomes very clear that Eve has strong feelings for Mark. And all the while, this guy, Angstrom Levy, is seeking his revenge on Mark for what's happened to him, and that's going to lead to certain consequences as well. And more importantly, apart from all of that, which is all really cool and exciting, is that we finally get some resolutions about what the hell Robot is up to. So in the end, we have more answers than we do questions, finally. There's some new things potentially going to happen, and some new challenges for Mark, but at least as a reader, we finally have a bit of an idea of what's going on. And the Pact crossover had nothing to do with any of it, really. It was just its own little standalone story as Mark joins some of the heroes from that series as they battle a returned foe of Mark's, who I think was one of his first supervillains he had to beat, who apparently did not die at the result of that first encounter. It's kind of interesting, but I don't really see the point of it necessarily, but then I don't know anything about the Pact, so it didn't have any impact on me, really. It was interesting seeing the recurrence of this villain, but it wasn't a particularly interesting villain in the first place. And it wasn't, but it had that feel of a free comic book day story. But all in all, really impressed, booktastic. Right, with that all out of the way, we now can go into spoiler territory, because it's almost impossible to talk anything about this book without going into spoilers. So, spoiler warning! You have been warned. Right, the person he brings back from this other planet is his baby brother. I'll say baby brother, he's already a toddler. Omni-Man, his dad, has scarpered, made a new life on this other planet with a new woman, an insect type thing, whose lifespans are really, really short, hence his baby brother is already about 2 and slightly purple. But apart from that, he doesn't seem to have any insectoid attributes at all. And he brings this wee lad back, and Mum reluctantly says, fine, I'll be Mum again, which is very nice of her. If a little, why would you do this? It's your cheating ex-husband's bastard son, for goodness sakes. But anyway, never mind all that. The Angstrom Levy thing seemed to be resolved rather quickly, particularly as there was a hell of a lot of build-up to it, and the only big payoff from it was that Mark learns that Eve has feelings for him. However, it's a future version of Eve he learns this from, which means that the current version of Eve doesn't know that he knows that she has feelings for him. So that's a little bit messy. He did end up killing Angstrom Levy in very much the smashy way that his dad seems to appreciate, but at least he has the decency to feel rather terrible about it. Whether there's going to be any fallout from that, though, that remains to be seen. And finally, Robot's story, horrifically mutated being that has sought to genetically engineer a duplicate body of himself that is not freaky, and has done certain things in order to achieve this, which are perhaps questionable, but having achieved it is now ready to step into the light and say, hi, I'm your friend Robot all along, ignore all the lies and the subterfuge sort of thing, which is kind of interesting, and I can't help but wonder if there's more going on there. Like I said, really enjoyed this so far. I had put a hold on watching the show. I am enjoying it, it's just I didn't want to overlap too much, and the fact the books and the show have kind of deviated quite a fair bit, it's difficult to know where one can really line up the other, because I wanted to watch and read at the same time, but I feel I'm actually in a good place to watch the next couple of episodes perhaps. Have you read Invincible? Have you watched it? What do you think of it? Who's your favourite cat or your favourite encounter? We still have that creep underneath the university, turning college students into weird robot zombie things. That's not been resolved yet. Comment down below please, but as usual, if you've nothing else to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and other YouTube things. If you want, until next time, see you later.